Thing.
The old hatch. Here we go.
Once you taste it, you'll be hooked.
Woo!
Okay, so we're here in Smelly's kitchen today, and they asked me to come over and show you how I make my antipasta. So we start out with lettuce, and what I do is I cut it the long way like this, and then again the long way through here like this, and then it's real easy to chop it up. When you have it cut that way in quarters, it's real easy to chop it up real small so it's in bite-sized pieces when it goes into the bowl. And then this will line the bottom of your dish.
Very healthy. Get some vegetables in there. This is a famous thing that he makes pretty much almost every time we have family gatherings.
We'll save this one for another layer, okay? And then what I like to do is, if you have the small salami like this, you can layer it in here, okay? But sometimes that's too big for someone to get into their mouth.
That's what she said.
And some people roll it and put it in there, okay? But what I find the easiest thing to do is to just take 5 or 6 pieces at a time and just cut through it like this. And then just start laying it in all the way around the bottom.
A layer of salami.
Just lay it in like this. And these pieces are small enough that when people dive in here with a fork, you know, this could be this size or it could be bigger. And when people dive in here with a fork, they're not getting too much at one time, you know, to put in their mouth, because they're going to get
this is really well thought out.
All the ingredients that are in here. Or you can scoop it out onto a plate. When you scoop it out onto a plate, you have pieces that are small enough, you're not going to choke on them.
That's what she said.
This is something that he brings to almost every family gathering, and it always gets devoured very quickly. Yeah. Everybody really enjoys it a lot.
It's really a great meal. It's simple. There's a lot of ingredients. You have lettuce, you have salami, you have ham, you have some cheese. If you happen to have some turkey or other types of meat, you know, cold cuts in the refrigerator, you can throw them right in here too, because it doesn't come out all tasting the same, but it comes all out tasting good. It's a mixture of flavors in your mouth all at one time.
Scissors and help out here.
Sure. Let me move over.
Best part is there's hardly any carbs in here, just a little bit from the whatever's in the lettuce.
Okay, so there's our first layer, okay? And Mark, you can keep cutting salami for me if you'd like over here.
Sure.
And because I'll work on the next layer.
There's layers to the shit, player. Tiramisu, tiramisu.
So the ham, you know, you don't have to do the ham. When the ham comes, it usually comes packaged, and it's all kind of like rolled up like this in the package, you know? And that's okay to do. You just take out as much as you can, you know, something like that, and then just cut it long ways this way, okay? And then keep these relatively short pieces like this, and then you sprinkle those up on top of the first layer in there of salami. So, you know, you don't have to do these all individually. Just keep it like this, and then you slice it the long way first, like that, and then this way you end up with all pieces that are nice and small that and chewable that go into your mouth all at one time.
This is like a just 7-layer meat dip.
Right.
With a little bit of vegetables sprinkled in there.
You know, if you have the ingredients and somebody invites you over, it's noon, and they invite you over for 1 o'clock, 1:30, or 2 o'clock, you can put this together real fast, and it's a real nice, easy, tasty dish, and everybody will love it. Okay, so Mark, you can cut up some more of those.
All right.
We'll use this on the next layer.
Yep.
Okay, and then we have cheese, and you can use different cheeses. You can slice up into cubes like this, cheese that's sliced, or you can buy block cheese and make it into pieces that are more like this size.
Who normally cuts the cheese?
That would be you. The last time I was at your house.
All right. This is a really good mix of food. We're gonna add some peppers in there and some vinegar.
Some olives.
Delicious.
And some pepperoncini. So with the cheese, you can do, you know, different types, white or yellow. This happens to be a block. We'll just throw that in there.
My dad once left on his own. Rosemary Bell wasn't around, and he made us some pancakes. But he made us pancakes in the oven, and they were horrible. So he doesn't really know his way around the kitchen, but he's figured out a couple things. It's still all about just making stuff taste good.
And then pepperoni, which is always the right size, no matter whether you put it on pizza or whether you just pop it in your mouth. One thing I like to do with pepperoni is put them out on a plate, individually around on a plate like this, okay? And then put them in the microwave for about 30 to 45 seconds and make pepperoni chips. They come out crunchy and snappy like potato chips, only they're total pepperoni flavor.
I had him before at his house. Total fat guy move, sticking pepperoni in the microwave. It's pretty great. What was the heaviest you've ever been, Dad?
About 240.
You're not quite tall enough to hold that 240 pounds very well.
No,
right?
I'm not quite tall enough to hold the 195 I'm at right now. So, okay, so that's the first layer of every ingredient that we have, okay, except these other vegetables, okay? So these go in just like this. These don't have to be cut or anything. These are the proper size. They just fold up right into your mouth. And
those smell good.
One thing that you want to do, yeah, these do smell great. The one thing you want to do with this is don't pour out the juices, because the juices is what really makes it. We're going to mix these 3 different juices together from the peppercini, the olives, and the
this is getting to be really scientific.
peppers, and shake it all up together, and then pour that on here. And that's the dressing for this. So now we got the red roasted peppers going in. Just keep everything kind of even.
You still riding your bike?
Get it all in the corners.
Still going?
Yeah.
Still hitting up some walks?
Yeah. I hadn't walked for about a week and a half because I had trouble with my knee. But I was riding my bike, and I found out that the bike, when it comes around the top, was actually stretching something in my knee, making it worse. So I stopped doing both. But I just started again Monday. Walking in the morning down by the railroad tracks. Now we got the olives going in, Kamala olives, okay? And then we can do another layer of lettuce. Actually, we could keep going. We're gonna have to probably, this isn't very deep, so that would be enough right there. And then what you would do is you would save, do we have a, let me use this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say that we did like 3 layers of this, okay, or 2 layers. That's only 1 layer right there. But at the end, this would be gone, the olives would be gone, and you'd have all the juices left over.
It's like a punch.
And the best thing, yeah, it's like a vinegar punch. The best thing to do with this is if you have an extra jar with a lid, save it in the extra jar with the lid, because once this is all together like this, then you can just shake it up, okay? And when you shake it up, if you're going to a party, just put a little bit, pour a little bit in there, you know? And once it's poured in there, it'll all go to the bottom, of course, okay? So what you want to do is you want to wait till you get to the party and then pour the rest on. If you make this in a Tupperware or something that has a top that's closed and secure, the best thing to do is turn it upside down and put it in the refrigerator. That way the stuff on the top gets all the juice all night long. Then you turn it, yeah, it's marinated. Then you turn it back over again when you get to the party, shake it up, and then take the lid off, and you're good. So then when you get to the party, you wouldn't pour all of this on because this is just 1 layer. But if this was 2 or 3 layers, you might end up pouring all of this on. But this is the dressing for this. You don't need Italian dressing or ranch dressing or anything like that. This is the stuff right here. And Mark, give it a little taste. Take a spoon there. And
try this.
It gives it the flavor. It's great.
Mix of many different flavors.
You'll drink the whole thing.
Hold that. Here we go.
Once you taste it, you'll be hooked.
Woo!
Don't you start that with me. Woo! Woo!
I feel younger. It's actually really good.
So I'm going to continue and go. I'm gonna push it down. I'll go right.
Sure, that looks pretty. That looks really good.
Yeah, it looks good too. It looks like you spent time on it. You know, what did we spend? A few minutes here.
Sheldon's famous Antipasta. You know what's great about this is there's a lot of people put like oil and stuff on this, and there's no oil in it. There's no crap. Yeah, it's incredible. I eat this all the time. Every time we have a family gathering, we crush this.
I like the peppers, the red peppers.
I like the dressing. I think you're onto something, Sheldon.
Try a spoonful. It'll change your life.
All right. Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
It's really good.
It's not like super vinegary, but you thought like, oh.
Take us on out of here. Do you know how to do that?
Deal. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never a strength. I watched enough of you.
But now you gotta eat it.
And then he stole a piece of cheese on the way out.